Hello and welcome to Health Matters on Channels Television. Thanks for staying with us. I am Mary Alale Yusuf. In parts of Africa, Nigeria included, light-skinned women are seen as more beautiful and more favorably positioned for marriage than their darker-skinned counterparts. Mercury is one of the ingredients found in skin lightening soaps and creams. It is also found in cosmetics like eye makeup and mascara. The substance has been found to be harmful. The preoccupation with skin lightening is not the exclusive preserve of women. Yes, some men engage in the practice. My guest is a consultant physician, dermatologist, and genitourinary specialist at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, a lecturer at the College of Medicine, and a board-certified fellow of the American Board of Aesthetic Medicine, Dr. Erere Otrafanowe. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
What is so dangerous about using these skin creams? What are the consequences?
Okay, so we'll talk about consequences of skin lightening creams based on the ingredients that are used in them skin lightening creams. Your introduction had already talked about mercury, which is a heavy metal and is extremely dangerous. In fact, they have been banned.
They've been banned?
They are supposed not to be in cosmeceuticals or even cosmetic over-the-counter cosmetic products, simple soaps, simple creams, because by and large, they can cause renal damage.
Renal damage means
failure.
Kidney. Does it cause renal damage by being rubbed on the skin?
Ironically enough, or simply speaking, yes. Because, you know, the idea that it's just the skin, and come on, it's just the skin, but the skin has vessels.
Okay.
Has cutaneous vessels. And over time, when you use all of this, the skin will absorb it, the vessels will absorb it, it will become systemic. And
did anybody think in all these years, when kidney problems were on the rise, that some of it might be due to this habit?
Oh yeah, definitely. You're correct about the fact that it's seemingly not very obvious, but over time, it actually manifests itself. And even in Nigeria, you know, there was a popular brand, I don't know that I'm supposed to mention brands, and it was banned. It was actually banned. The federal government of Nigeria banned mercury-containing skin lightening products.
Oh, even Nigeria banned it. Congratulations to us.
Yes.
But it still gets in.
That's the unfortunate reality that we face. It's still getting, and not just mercury or mercurials, other things, especially steroids, hydroquinone containing products, and the percentage of what it is. So these are products that in themselves they are not bad, but when used inappropriately out of prescription, they tend to have a lot of damage.
Okay, you said in themselves they are not bad. So the stuff they use for the eye makeup is okay?
So it all depends on the concentration, on the quantity.
Okay.
So we have parts per million that you're supposed to use of mercury containing things. Most times the manufacturers may put more and not adequately identify. Do you understand? So they may be useful for certain things, but the way and manner that they are being used bring about all the damage.
How does one protect the consumer? Since the consumer doesn't know how many parts per million should be used, how does one protect the consumer? Okay,
so good question. In reality, you have maybe like Standard Organization of Nigeria or NAFDAC, you know, regulating agencies that are supposed to actually test most of these products and tell you which one is over the counter. The problem we have here is that regulations are not particularly adhered to.
Okay.
And we do not have punitive measures for those who don't even, you know, adhere to. So we find that a lot of people, manufacturers, consumers, retailers, distributors, just pretty much do what they want to do. And if you walk into an open supermarket, the open market,
it's sold
pharmacy,
over the counter.
It's all over the counter. And sometimes they may, you know, list out the ingredients. Most times they do not. Or even if they do list out the ingredients, they don't say exactly what.
But you see, they're not even shying away from these things. I enter a supermarket one day and I want to buy a cream. And I see something whitening, something lightening, something clear. I ask them, don't you have anything that won't change the color of my skin? And they say, oh, it will just tone you. It's not going to bleach your skin. Is that true?
euphemisms, you know, what the English people say euphemisms: bleaching, toning, whitening, lightening, clarifying, frightening. I tell my patients,
Frightening.
yes, I tell my patients, yeah, I'm frightened of you all. It's like a German thing, right, white, fright, bright, right? They're all euphemisms of the same thing, because the idea of skin lightening or the idea of skin bleaching is that you want to depigment or decolorize
The skin.
the skin. So whatever.
Or fade.
So you see, that's another euphemism.
Yeah, they have fading creams.
They have all of them. And you are correct. You just walk into, in fact, I hear people saying, what's the reigning cream?
Really?
Mm-hmm. And that's the question they're asking, because it's what is supposedly the fad, what's in vogue, that is being sold. And remember that these supermarkets or the pharmacists, they want to make, it's a business for them. So you also have to think in terms of, you know, purchasing power.
Okay, so they are more expensive than the regulars.
I was just going to say so. Actually, the reverse is the case.
Okay.
Most of the, especially steroid containing, because we're using class 2, class 3 potent steroids, topical corticosteroids, they're cheap.
Oh.
So that's the sad reality.
So they end up looking smart.
Exactly. So everybody can get them. Over the counter, just walk on, just on the shelf. So you actually have a section that everything is looking red, orange, white.
Yes.
They all look about the same color. So I'm like, they're all cousins and relatives of themselves. So mine doesn't fade. Mine says, as I said, it's a relative.
Okay, some of these creams, are they used medically for